Yo. What's happening? It's your boy Trilliyone. You already know, man. Y'all tuned in with me right now. I appreciate all the love y'all been doing, all the love y'all been showing, you feel me? The likes, the comments, the views. I appreciate every little thing down to the smallest thing. And I'm talking about the likes, even the free support, you feel me? I know since this shit hit on the internet, y'all didn't really get to hear too much from me of like how this whole little situation played out, because I've been trying to, pull this documentary together, you feel me? Because like, as y'all can see, I'm backing myself in front of myself. I ain't got no label behind me, I ain't got none of that. So it's like I'm doing these steps all by myself. I got $1 million mind, that's how I feel. I got a marketing mind, and if I had some real money behind me, I already know I'd be deadly, but it is what it is. You feel me? I'm doing whatever, I'm funding myself, I'm backing myself to get this shit off the ground. But anyway, I'm here to explain what this shit mean to me right here. All the silence, you feel me? To me, lots of situations niggas be fucking theyself up by running their mouth. You gotta understand, the tongue is a powerful thing. If you ask anybody about me, they'll always tell you, I always been quiet all my life. I ain't never been a talkative type. When I get on the mic, of course, I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna talk my shit. I'm gonna do whatever. But other than that, when I move, the jail environment, prison environment, to the streets, my nigga, I always been a quiet nigga. You feel me? So that's one thing or whatever. Two, when you in the streets and you doing dirt, I feel like you gotta accept whatever comes with it. You feel me? At all times, you gotta accept whatever comes with it. Like, perfect example, this day here, this situation right here, that's on my chest. This was a armed robbery, like, and a home invasion. I got charged with all that, but I had bad vibes that day. You feel me? God was giving me all the signs to tell my homeboy, let's slide or whatever, don't do it, and I did that. You feel me? My homeboy was so money hungry at the time that, you feel me, he didn't want to hear that. And I was a type, you feel me, at the time on some real brother loyalty shit, like, like, I can't let him go in there by himself. But it's like, I told bro, you feel me, like I had a bad vibe and he still wanted to go through with it. Anyway, long story short, that played out or whatever it is. We get locked up for the situation or whatever. When we get locked up for the situation, I could have been green on some shit like, man, my nigga, I told you or whatever it is. Like I had a bad vibe and you still want to go through with it. This whole shit was your idea. But instead, you feel me, throughout the whole situation, I kept my mouth shut. You feel me? I ain't say nothing. My second month, my co-defendant, you feel me, went behind my back and put in a motion to open plea. Now, I don't know if y'all know about what open plea is, but when you open plea, you feel me, you basically giving your consequences in your judge hands right then and there. It's like Russian roulette. You taking a shot. You shooting straight out the gym, you feel me? Whatever that judge tell you next is whatever you sentence with. So, my Cody went in there, you feel me, flipped the whole script on me or whatever, told the judge that if he would never did this shit, you feel me, he would have got flipped and all type of crazy shit or whatever it is, you feel me, which was foul, because at the time, like I said, I looked at this nigga like my brother. But anyway, goddamn win. But anyway, over time, I'm sitting, you feel me, my lawyer coming to me trying to tell me, take the plea deal or whatever it is. Or the other option is you could get out and work tomorrow. You feel me? You got to think about it. You got kids and all type of stuff. You could get out and work tomorrow, whatever, be on the street. And then depending on how much work you put in, you feel me, like, your judge will look over it and give you like some probation for this case, but you have to work as two options. He was like, the victim showing up, they complying or whatever it is, your co-defendant unturned or whatever. So he like, you gotta decide. Long story short, I decided to not listen to what man told me no more. You feel me? I had my mama in my ear. My old girl was telling me like, nah, you're not taking no time. You're not taking no motherfucking no plea deal. You're not cooperating. You're not doing all that. You feel me? So when it's time for me to go to trial, I went to trial. My lawyer asked me one last time, is you sure you don't want to take this or whatever it is? I had went through the whole process of picking jury, did all that. You feel me? He asked me, is you sure you don't want to take this? I said, nah, I don't want to take nothing. I was like, man, I want to take it all the way to the door, Weinstein. Like, straight up. I want to take this shit straight to the fucking door. You feel me? I already had a program in my head, like, whatever's meant to happen is just meant to happen. The night before, I remember getting up 4 a.m. in jail, taking a shower and shit. You feel me? boo-hoo crying, just keeping the blood raw with you, boo-hoo crying, asking judge like, man, look, I'm leaving all this shit in your hands. If you give me another opportunity to get back out there, you feel me, I'm gonna do the right thing, you feel me, I'm stop doing all that illegal wild shit for bread, and I'm gonna figure out mastering how to do this shit legit. As you can see, that's what I'm doing now. I'm sticking to my word. But anyway, I went to trial, you feel me? And when I went to trial, it was a 4-day trial. My victims or whatever, they was in the streets too, you feel me? So that's why I say God work in crazy ways, and sometimes we can't see what the fuck is about to happen or whatever it is until we get up to that point. You feel me? If I would have copped out early, I would have did any bitch shit earlier or whatever it is, I would have missed my blessings. And what I mean by that, when it was time for trial, my victims, like the previous month, had caught attempted murder charges, all type of other shit. So when it was time for me to go to trial, they came in shackled up. You feel me? The jury see that. Off rip, like, come on, think about it, red flags. Now the jury don't know who to believe. We dealing with 2 criminals. You get what I'm saying? So anyway, I went through the whole little trial process. When I went through the whole little trial process, you feel me, I ended up smashing that shit. I never took the stand. My lawyer's like, man, look, do you want to get on the stand and talk for yourself? He said, I think we got the case beat, you feel me? He's like, the victim's trying to cover up the fact that it was a drug deal gone bad or whatever it is, and he was like, right now we looking good. He's like, I done shook him up on the stand. One of them said that they never seen you before. The other one said they seen you at a previous situation or whatever it is. So he's like, everything is added up. We done show the jury that they lying. So he's like, do you want to take the stand and speak for yourself? He said, if you do take the stand, basically the prosecutor could bring up my past. And I had a juvenile history where when I was 15, I got locked up for 9 months for breaking a nigga nose, and they illegally sentenced me or whatever it is, and I did 9 months at 15. So I had a little record back then or whatever for like different little minor shit and little battery shit or whatever, but he didn't want all that being pulled up, so I looked like a troubled child, like having a troubled past and shit. So anyway, we went through it or whatever it is. Like I told you, I ended up beating them on trial. I never took the stand or whatever, never spoke or whatever it is. The 4th day I got found not guilty. Now, the day I got found not guilty, the only thing they found me guilty on was a misdemeanor, and I was running from police or whatever it is. But the reason why I'm giving y'all the whole rundown about that whole shit is because, like, I'm here to tell you, bro, that all the silent shit means something deep to me, my nigga. Like, that whole situation, I did not speak, I did not talk. I wasn't really reaching to the outside world like that. There was only like 4 people I was communicating with, and that was all women. That was my mother, that was my sisters, and that was my woman who I'm with. So, and at the time, you feel me, the woman who I was with, to remind you, was going through her shit also. Like, she was in a shelter with my kids. I'm talking to her every day, trying to keep her uplifted while I'm trying to keep myself uplifted. You feel me? When I went to the box for 30 days and I couldn't use that phone or whatever, I felt like I was going crazy because she was going through shit out there. So I had all the reasons to break, but I stayed silent, you feel me? And I left it in God's hands. And that's why I tell y'all, never believe what man tells you. Always, you feel me? Listen to God. Don't listen to what no nigga tell you. Never listen to what man tell you. Always follow God, you feel me? I hope that shit stick with y'all for the rest of y'all life, you feel me? I'm gonna keep adding this pressure. Like I told y'all gonna see the full visuals from my documentary when that shit drop or whatever. So, you know, y'all gonna be able to put everything together once y'all watch it. You get what I'm saying? So stay tuned in with me. Keep fucking with me. Like I say, the music fire. I'm gonna make sure I always give y'all that A1 gas. You know, the merchandise, I'm gonna make sure that shit's sauced up every time. You feel me? And just stay tuned. Keep fucking with me. You already know. Trilliyone. Show y'all the shirt one more time. Go get that. All the silence. Never listen to man. You hear me? Never listen to man. Always listen what God tell you. Even if you feel like you can't hear him and he not responding, he gonna show you something. You gonna get a sign. Trust me. That's why now when I suffer and I go through anything, bro, you feel me? I always think of the worst because I know where I came from. I know how bad the situation was. I know how broke down I was, and I ain't let that get to me. I kept faith. I kept faith. Go ahead and get that. All the silence. Don't love.